In a world where local musicians and artists are unrated, underappreciated, battered, abused, and swept under the rug, living show to show without benefits like medieval gestures. Underplayed and Underpaid. Real local music. We've gone rogue. Email us at bryancfru@gmail.com. Viewer discretion is advised. Tolerance is recommended.
All right, welcome to another installment of Underplayed and Underpaid on the YouTube format. This is the new podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching and enjoying everything that we do. And if you want to get a hold of me for an interview, it's bryancfru@gmail.com or visit the Underplayed and Underpaid Facebook page. That's Underplayed & Underpaid. You know what an ampersand is?
No.
Figured. All right, let's get into the interview. Oh, first off, thanks Ty Seepers for coming in last week or last time, not even a week ago. Because I don't have to stick to the weekly format. I can do it whenever I want in my secret lair that nobody knows where it is. Yeah, thanks Ty for fixing the light.
Yeah,
Isn't that beautiful.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was so fucking happy.
Sweet. So, could you introduce yourself to listeners to tell them a little bit about what you do artistically?
I'm Dave MacInnis, and I do stand up. I'm an amateur stand up comedian.
Oh yeah.
In the local area, yeah.
And how long have you been doing that?
3 years.
How did you get involved with stand-up comedy?
I always wanted to do it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we had to draw what we wanted to be when I was in school, and I remember I used to draw being a stand-up comedian, and that was grade 4 or 5. So pretty early on, I knew I wanted to do it. And then life got in the way, and I started making money and getting a girlfriend, and then once all that went away, then I was like, hey, I'm doing it. I made a plan, and then I did it once, and I was like, I want to just do this for the rest of my life.
Nice. What was the thing that inspired you to actually get up there and do comedy? And
my parents. My dad was always funny when I was a kid. I always loved laughing, and then just the way I grew up, I always thought the way my parents were with some of the messed up things. They're drinkers, right? And I always found the funny in it, and I could always just do that. And yeah, that was pretty much it, buddy.
Yeah. Did you want to extrapolate a little bit about growing up? And where'd you grow up first off?
I grew up in Cambridge.
Oh yeah,
Ontario. Yeah,
Which
you didn't
part?
know that? You didn't know I grew up in Cambridge?
Oh well, this is for the subs, the listeners, and the watchers. And
Cambridge, Ontario. I grew up. I was born in Galt, but I pretty much grew up in Hespeler.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you were to compare Galt and Hespeler, how would you do it?
I wouldn't. It's just all bullshit everywhere.
Okay. What happened with your last job? You were working.
Which one? With the drywall job or
Yeah.
the taping job?
The drywall.
The drywall job. That one. So I started in January. I went back to a company I was working with, and I just hated it. It was hard. I just absolutely hated it. It's like a physical job too, right? But what I was doing, I was getting picked up at 4:45 in the morning, and then getting home at 6, sometimes 6:30, even 7. Shower quick. Sometimes I don't even have something to eat. Out the door, onto my show, because I do shows pretty much every single night.
Yeah.
Just exhausted, just hating my life, miserable. And you work with miserable cunts too, because it's drywalling. You know what I mean? It's just, I fucking hated it. But I was an idiot too, though, right? With the shows on Monday, I was drinking a lot at the shows, so I missed some Mondays and this and that. But then I got my new job now, which is working with this guy, and it's been great.
Nice.
And then my buddy died.
Yeah.
So life threw another one at me, because that always seems to happen.
You're not alone.
Yeah, man. So it's just it was just, I was in such a better place. I thought I was doing better, living with Tig, and then I don't know, I thought I was doing something good. I was excited for it, and it was a lot less money, but less stressful, easier to do comedy, and then the last month's been just terrible.
And you were given an ultimatum, weren't you? With the
yeah. He told me, he's you got to pick comedy or you pick drywall, and I didn't like it either because like the guys make little jokes about it, like, oh, we got a comedian here. You think you're funny? I'm funnier than you. It's like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you come in and do? I would say that to some guys. I was like, come out to an open mic. Show me how funny you are. Oh yeah, next time. It's just, you know what I mean? Whenever someone gave up on their dreams, all they ever do is shit all over yours.
Yeah.
And I'm a sensitive little baby, so I can't handle it.
What or who are your comedic influences?
Doug Stanhope, Joe Rogan. Doug Stanhope's my biggest one.
Yeah.
I found out I only met him about 2 years ago, and I just love it. Just raw, so himself. I love the guy that did the show last night too at my show, JJ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's been a couple local guys that I met that I really...
Full name? JJ
Liberman. Yeah, JJ Liberman. Yeah, he's just...
We're gonna put a link here or
Yeah.
here for
Yeah.
wherever. I think we'll try and get a link for JJ's.
Yeah, there's a lot of really
material
funny
or-
local good guys, but Doug Stanhope's the biggest one. Like that guy, I think he's so smart, and he's just so he is crude, but like I think he has an opinion, and he's saying something. I really like that.
What's your favorite joke by Doug Stanhope? You must have one.
The one how he helped commit his mom, he helped her commit suicide.
Oh right, yeah.
It's just
That's pretty heavy.
and he makes it so fun, and he's my biggest influence.
Yeah.
With all that stuff, but yeah, like how he helped commit his mom, and then they like were roasting her. They gave her like she ate like 90 Vicodin or something like that, and as she's like dazing in and out, he's like, "Wait, mom, no, they found a cure," and they're just like,
Yeah.
just like going. I'm like, that's so brutal, like that's so bad.
They'll play that on Funny 820.
Yeah, they did,
Oh,
but they cut certain parts of it.
Oh, they like swear words. Right?
Yeah, but then they cut
the
certain parts of
material's
it. Yeah, the material is there, but yeah, that's my favorite. And then he has like another one too. Like he has like just dumb crude jokes. Like the one, he's like, I asked my girlfriend if I could fuck her in the tits, and she's like, well, how's that supposed to feel good for me? He's like, I'll tell you this, right before I come, I'll stop punching you in the face.
Okay. We already talked about growing up. Is there a special lady in your life?
No,
No?
not really, no.
Not one, not 10.
No, that's my biggest problem. I think is women because of mommy issues growing up. Yeah, she did a doozy on me. I've just been an asshole.
Would you say then that you tend... No, I'm not even going to ask that question.
What?
I was going to say, like, do you have like a flavor of the week? And do you pick them on purpose because you want to get some material out of it?
No, you know what? No, I don't try to do... You know what? I don't think I do things for material. I might subconsciously, but I don't think I do it. Especially if I do bad things, I don't try to do that. Sometimes I think it's kind of funny, but I usually date good girls, actually.
Really?
Yeah, well, every girl I've ever dated has been a sweetheart. And then I break up and I just turn them into total whores. No, I'm just kidding. They've always been really sweet girls, but it's fun crazy because I think I'm a little bit crazy, so crazy, you sync up together, I think, a little bit. But that's one thing I gotta go and figure out is the way I am with women because I don't want to be like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be an asshole all the time.
Yeah. Well,
It's hard to be a good person.
You're trying to be a better person. You recently started talking to somebody, did you?
Yeah, I went to go see a therapist.
Yeah.
Trying to resolve. Because that's what I did my whole life. I was talking to a friend the other day. I spent my whole life just band-aiding everything with humor. You know, just putting a Band-Aid on, laughing about it, and just kind of pushing everything down. And I think the last few months, everything's just exploded. And I can't do it anymore. And I got to deal with those issues. And just, especially like just the anxiety, man. Just, that is just insane. You know what I mean? Just having to deal with that. And just getting a second opinion. But it's scary, man. Like, that was the biggest thing I've ever done. Honestly, that was the hardest thing I've ever done, is went out and reached for help. Because my mom saw a therapist. And then I thought I was putting myself on, like, her level. You know what I mean? And that scared me. And I was like, oh, now I'm as bad as she is. But it's letting go of that stupid male pride ego and getting help and realizing I can't do it on my own. You know what I mean?
Do you wonder now, do you see yourself possibly in the near future wondering how much worse it could have been for your mom without talking to somebody?
Yeah, I don't. You know what's funny, man, with my mom? She's the only lady, because she's on disability now, right? She had a really bad breakup, and she mentally kind of snapped 6 years ago. So I think she's the only lady that makes all these appointments. She's always making dentist appointment, psychiatrist. She does all these group things, goes to AA. But I think she does all those appointments just because she's bored.
Oh, yeah.
I just think she just likes socializing. And that's just something for her, because she's very stubborn. and she's not receiving, like, she can hear it and it goes in one ear and out the other ear. And I don't think anything's ever really connected with her. Like, she doesn't understand why I'm so angry with her. And that frustrates the hell out of me.
Yeah.
That drives me nuts, man. That drives me absolutely nuts. But I don't think I don't think the therapy, I think it has helped her a little bit, give her a little bit of a peace of mind and let her vent. But I don't think nothing's really sunk in with her. You know what I mean? Which is...
And, well, what about, other people that you talk to? You have close friends that are also involved in the same comedy realm?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, that's what I love about comedy, is that just everyone that I met is so like-minded. You know what I mean? Everyone has something. Everyone's missing something, or like there's something's wrong with them, or it's comforting, and then we're all doing the same thing we do. Like, that's why I love shows so much. Hanging with a bunch of guys that are like-minded, and we're doing something that we love.
Who's your best friend?
Best friend, Tommy, Tig. Me and Tommy sync the best.
Tommy who?
Tommy.
For the subs.
Come on. Tom O'Donnell. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tig Wright, James McVicker,
yeah.
and then my buddy Mikey from high school. Yeah. That's my close core. Tig is good because he challenges me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because me and Tommy, we're just like-minded. We think alike. We feed off each other, do dumb shit. It's fun. Mm-hmm. But he is there for me a lot. We have a lot of good talks. People just think we get drunk all the time, but no, we watch movies and cry. We're a bunch of, we're a bunch of big babies. But Tig's good because he challenges my mind and he challenges the way I think, and I think you need that.
Yeah.
And then James is kind of in the middle, so it's like everyone balances nicely with each other. So it's nice.
James McVicker is a good guy.
Yeah, James is a great guy. Yeah, a lot of the guys I meet are great guys, and that's what I feel like too, man. That's why I want to get help, because I feel like I'm a burden on everyone. And before, when I was doing well, I felt like I don't know. It was just, I just feel like I'm just a burden on, everyone. Sometimes I just want to keep away from everyone. And I always talk about changing and trying to change, and I just can't seem to do it. I don't know what it is, man. I can't focus or concentrate. And the only thing I care really about is comedy. And that's scary, man, when you're cynical and you just don't see anything. And especially when a lot of things, it's true. What I think about, like, I believe them. So it's tough.
So you do a regular Sunday night spot at the Jimmy Jazz. Why don't you tell the subs and the listeners a little bit about...
I love that show. Yeah, Jimmy Jazz is so... You are amazing, Brian, coming. The Bart, Dilly, all the guys, just all the love, all the support. Jim, the guy that books it. Everyone's so on board. All the owners, they help me promote it, and they care about it. And I need them as much as I need them to be just as on board as I am to make it go well. But it's tough, man, because you got to build that out. But it's booking it and making sure the show goes well. And then I host every week, and I'm worried about doing the same jokes and trying to keep it up and fresh. But I have like a week 20, and I host every single week. So it stresses me out a lot, but it's good. It's made me a lot better. I think from the time I started in January to where I'm at now, I'm a lot better of a comic. Whether people recognize it or not. But my sets have been going great because of that show. Yeah. And I love it. I love that show. It's like a family. It's like a dysfunctional family there. I love it a lot. I can't say enough good things with that show. That's the best thing I've ever done with comedy, is start my own show. Nice.
And what would patrons expect to see when they go to this show?
That's what I've been trying to do with the show, is like I put on everyone on my show. I had a tough time getting on my show, and that's what I think. Even if we don't have a great show one week, it's going to be a different show next week. So I book comics from all different styles, and I try to mix it up, and I try to put on guys that I think would work well together. And I'm still learning how to do it too, right? But usually the headliners, some of them I book on the show because they let me do their show, but then I try to put guys on that I know that work hard, take it seriously, and I think are really funny. Like a few guys that I've had out, I really enjoy watching them, and I love seeing them up there for half an hour and doing their thing. Yeah. Or even certain guys that I know, don't get as much stage time, and buddies, and just, it's all about helping each other out, especially when you're a comedian. It's all comedians that are going to get you on your shows, and it's for the audience, but to get there, it's your peers that are going to help you. I found, anyways.
So JJ Lagerman was the headliner last night. He's great.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, I love him, man. I love him.
Tig Wright was the previous Sunday's headliner.
Yeah, man.
What other big headliners of note have you had on the show?
Gavin Stevens is awesome. He came down. He was like been doing comedy for 20-something years. I thought, you saw Gavin, right?
Oh,
You've been to every show. Yeah, what the hell am I saying? Gavin was awesome. My favorite headliner, though, was Pat Berkshire.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just loved that guy. Like, I loved it because, like, half the room was like, why is this guy so sad and angry? And then the other half of the room was like, fucking right. And they just loved it. I love comedy like that.
How do you spell his last name?
I think it's Bert and then Sher.
Okay.
Berkshire. Or maybe it's Cher.
For the set.
I think it's Bert Cher. But I really enjoyed it. Oh, Mace Galone too. He came and did the show. He's awesome, super humble. Like he did like every festival you can do in Canada in 1 year, and he's only 22. And he's just such a good joke. Like, pretty much almost all the headliners I've really liked that have done the show.
My favorite so far?
Yeah.
Tyler Morrison.
Yeah. Uncle TT. Yeah, he's great. Yeah. Tommy's buddy. Yeah, he's great. And there's just such cool guys.
Is Tommy a regular on the podcast that they do, the Rude Dudes?
So their podcast, they lost the space that they do their podcast in, but they're gonna get it back. Yeah. They've been doing it for a couple years, I think. But and it's weird. A lot of their listeners are in Texas.
Well, sponsored by Fleshlight.
Fleshlight, yeah. So is like JJ, who he has a show and it's sponsored by Fleshlight. Yeah, they give they just had like a Guinness World Record of like most flashlights given away at a show or like something stupid like that. But it's funny.
Fantastic.
I want a flashlight. Would you ever use a flashlight?
I would let a girl use a flashlight on me.
Yeah, I would use one.
Okay.
I'll take anything. No.
Why not, right? So we have Ainsley in here. Ainsley. I heard you were on the phone a minute ago. Why don't you come on in here, sweetie?
Actually?
Oh my God. If you could ask one question to Dave MacInnis. First of all, introduce yourself to the viewers and the subs.
Oh, I have to actually be on. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Too late. Okay.
Oh my God.
What would you ask Dave if you had the opportunity?
I don't know. This is.
I don't know.
So much pressure.
Well, this is gonna be 20 minutes.
It's like half an hour.
Fuck you.
Honestly, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Why are you such a piece of shit? No. I didn't bring my notepad or my diary.
I'm gonna cut all this out.
Good. Why? Who? No, I don't want to be like, who's your least favorite comic? Like, what do you like the least about comedy then?
There you go.
Oh.
Because you love it so much.
All the bullshit.
What do you like the least about it?
All the bullshit. Like, it's not what you... It's like that thing. It's like not... Like, obviously, if you're just undeniably crazy funny, that's... And you're gonna get on shows and stuff. But there's a lot of bullshit where it's like, people know this person and like... Or people, they just follow by the norms, that generic style. And it's just like... They just get on things just because they work a certain way, and there's just so much bullshit in it. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I feel like a lot of people do it for the wrong reasons. They do it for fame, or they do it for like attention. And I don't think a lot of people do it for the right reasons. And I think I do it for the right reasons. And I don't like when people don't do it for the right reasons or take it as seriously as me. And then it's not about people getting better than you or getting ahead of you. There's just a lot of bullshit. That if you follow the certain ways, just like anything in life, you follow the certain, procedures and play by all the rules and kiss enough asses, you'll get up there eventually. You know what I mean? So I don't like that about it, and just all the fake delusional fucking losers. Some of them that do it, like just.
So yeah, Jimmy Jazz comedy every Sunday night. Usually we try to kick off around 9:30. You built that and have been running that for how many weeks would you say that is now?
I think we just hit 6 months.
There you go, 6 months. And has there been any issues with people trying to steal your thunder?
Well, for one, every week I go there. It's an anxiety attack because I'm worried about is there gonna be people there? How the comics gonna do? How am I gonna do? Because I'm getting a little bit of money, but I just I just want it to go so well, and it stresses me out. But it was going well, and we had a patron that came into the shows, and she didn't like what happened one time. We're gonna call her Marcy. So what happened?
Not her real name. Not her real name.
No, yeah, it's not her real name. So she came into the show one night. We've been going good. I think we're about 4 months in, getting good turnouts. Getting good crowd reception. Got a lot of regulars coming in. And I said she was heckling, and I said something to her on stage. I don't even remember what it was. And everyone in the room laughed, and she got up and left and was snickering out the door. So I brought up another comic named Jacob Balshin, and I brought him on stage, and he's up on stage, and she's coming back in, and he's like, "Oh, look, everyone, Courtney Love's back." And then the whole room laughed because she looks like Courtney Love. And she just lost it on us. And then she went to the owners, tried to take the show, tried to say, she said the host is
lackluster
and hostile. And they told her to piss off, that I was doing good. Or, I think I've been doing all right with it. Mm-hmm. And then she showed up at the show again, and then she started making notes of me and video cameraing me. And I went up to her and I was like, "You have some serious balls doing this and being here right now. Like I actually can't believe it. Like, just the balls to do that." And then she was just going off, and I shouldn't have said it, but I was like, "Just get out of my show, you fucking cunt." And that's bad, but like, I don't care. Like, whatever. And then she's
pushing buttons. I mean.
And then she's outside and she's trying to film me, and then I was like, I think I called it at her again, and then she went to go slap me in the face.
I had to duck out of the way, actually.
So I just kind of, and then I just decked her. No. But
she's been banned.
Yeah, she's been banned. So I was actually kind of proud, though. You know what I mean? It was just like, "Oh, my show's been going for 4 months. Now you're trying to take it. Like, why didn't you start your own?" "Oh, probably because you don't know what the hell you're doing." Mm. And then, but it just pissed me off. Like, just people, man. Just people are such pieces of shit.
Yeah, they want to bring you down, man. Crabs in a bucket, right?
And I'm so sensitive, too. Like, so I take things really personally. So it bugs me when people are like that.
So I know you got places to be and things to see.
Yeah, man. I wish we could. We should have set this up better.
No, we're not. Talk about that. Yeah. What are you doing this evening, and where is that?
I'm doing an open mic here in Guelph. Really? At the Making Box, their new place. It's really sweet, man, how they have it set up. I really, really like it. Like, it's set up like a real comedy club. The only thing I don't like is their stage is so big, so you can get more chairs in there, but they're an improv, so they can, whatever. They need that. But it's good, man. It's a really good open mic show. Like, it's a different crowd than the Jimmy Jazz. Like, they're more supportive. Like, in the sense, like, no, Jimmy Jazz is so supportive, but it's just like, it's different, you know what I mean? Like, we could have people that are drinking too much, and sometimes they'll yell things out, or you know what I mean? Like, not everyone's invested into the show where they listen to everything, and like, they're like, yay, like, which is good, man. That's good. But the improv is kind of like that. But they do a good job at it, and it's a lot of fun. I really like doing the show.
Shouts out to Jay Reed, and who else is involved that you can name off the top of your head?
I think this guy, I don't know if Rick's still doing it. The guy named Rick Matten, I forget his name, but yeah, like Rob Lewin and Haley, I forget her last name, Kelty, but Rob Lewin and Jay Reed. But Jay Reed, I'm pretty sure he started everything. Yeah. Because they were pretty much like the one horse town here in Guelph.
They were over, comedy, yeah. Well,
but they run a great show. They run a great show though, man. They do a good job at what they do.
Nice. And they moved from Baker Street over to Cork Street to the new home. Anybody interested in comedy or improv, check out the Making Box down on Cork Street, or Dave MacInnis every Sunday night at the Jimmy Jazz in Guelph.
Yeah.
It's time for Button Rebuttal on Underplayed and Underpaid. Thank you very much for being my guest this week. And if you don't know how we do it, I asked you a riddle, and if you can't give me the riddle answer,
I don't think I'm
so this is actually a throwback. We're gonna do a throwback here to White Girl Waste's interview. So here's the riddle. Pressed by Nick presents Button Rebuttal. If your Uncle Jack helped you get off an elephant, would you help your Uncle Jack off an elephant?
Yes.
That's it?
If I help my Uncle Jack get off an elephant, would I help my Uncle Jack off an elephant?
Yeah.
Dad's probably already jacking off an elephant.
You're so honest that I'm going to give you just an underpay button because it was actually quite funny. Now I'm just going to, because you're a great guy and you're a good friend, I'm going to make you stick your hand in this 30 button bag anyway, and then tell the viewers and subs what you got.
This looks like gonorrhea. What is it?
Oh, I can't see. Oh, it's the pro-life button. That there is placenta in a bucket.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Dave MacInnis for being my guest. This episode, I guess. I guess the next show, if I don't do another show before, it will be Wednesday. I'll be in Waterloo interviewing the Eternal Letdowns. They're going to be opening for Louisa at the Jimmy Jazz next Monday.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. So, thank you very much.
Thanks, subs. Love you, buddy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy the theme song.
Yeah.